On the 9th of May 2020, we were in peak lockdown. Buses and trains were empty, but cycling had gone up so much that shops were running out of bikes. The government announced an emergency fund for emergency active travel infrastructure, with protected space for cycling, wider pavements and safer junctions, as well as cycle and bus only corridors. Manchester City Council refused to invest in pop-up lanes, instead deciding to invest solely in the city centre. A group of residents from Levenshulme were concerned about air pollution and crowding on public transport. So we organised our first safe, socially distanced protest on the A6, attended by around 100 people.
A protest taking place in Manchester today by campaigners trying to get more pop-up bike lanes. Dozens of cyclists lined the A6 in Levenshulme into the city centre. They want the temporary routes to act as an alternative to public transport during the pandemic. Manchester City Council say they have to consider the impact on all road users as well as local businesses.
Up until September, we carried out A6 protests every 2 weeks. Also using these times to talk with local people and business owners about the issues.
My name's Sturt, I'm the youth worker for Levenshulme Youth Project, and the reason we're here today is that we just feel that it's really important for, well, the whole community, but obviously I work with young people. Obviously today's about looking at the levels of air pollution, and we want to do something about it. This is the right way to go about it. Today's about raising awareness, and hopefully we can get more people on board.
Yeah, my name is Abid Lodi, and I like to see a lot of cyclist problem here. I like to be safe cycling here, you know. That's a good idea. Whatever you're doing here is protesting. This is a good thing.
I'm here on this protest today because I feel that cyclists should be given the freedom to cycle without fear of feeling like they're going to be knocked off their bikes. It would make it much easier for people to commute into Manchester city centre and out towards Stockport as well. And it would make my children feel a lot safer.
A lot of the communities along the A6 actually don't own a car, so the opportunity to get into your car is actually not even there. Most importantly, I think it's about encouraging people that come from further afield that do have cars, you know, to actually say, you know what, if it's safe, I will cycle in.
I cycle into work in Manchester city centre every day, and the worst part of my journey every day is 100 yards from my house, and it seems ridiculous that they've chosen not to accept any funding for a bike lane.
My name is Winston. I'm the boss of this A6 Cycle Warehouse. I'm the owner. I think it might be safe, but the riders don't feel safe because of the close encounter with the traffic. The road is very close and narrow, so the riders don't feel safe.
I'm Saeed, I'm manager of My Hand Bakery. I feel the cycle lanes outside, they are not very safe. I profoundly believe council should invest a little bit more in it. So that people feel safer, like, you know, the riders and everything.
We're not anti-cars, but we're pro-bikes, pro-walking, and just making the roads safer. And it's been really encouraging to see lots of families out on bikes, and it'd be nice if that continues, not only for reducing car usage, but also as good exercise as well. It's got physically and mentally. In fact, there's more benefits. Well, I can't think of any benefits at all.
We haven't carried out a full consultation, and there are lots more conversations we want to have. But it's clear there's a lot of support for safer streets, and that people are concerned about road safety and the polluted air we breathe. In a health crisis like the COVID-19 pandemic, we think it's even more important that steps are taken urgently to make the air cleaner and make sure people without cars aren't forced back onto crowded public transport. Chris Boardman, Walking and Cycling Commissioner for Greater Manchester, calls this an issue of social justice. In July 2019, Manchester City Council declared a climate emergency, in the knowledge that we have to cut carbon emissions from transport. We are now in October 2020, and we still don't know how funding is going to be spent in Manchester to improve walking and cycling. We've now been told that there's a budget of 79 million for quality, permanent infrastructure. But we need to know, how is that money going to be spent to make the urgent change we all need?